got to lean in.
What's going on, everybody? Welcome to Wednesday Night Live for the Real Housewives of Beverly Hills. I'm here with Chase, Danny, and Jamie, and we're here to talk about, like I just said, the Real Housewives of Beverly Hills. But not just any episode, It is the season finale. And I don't know who's more excited, y'all, me, or whatever, but you know, it's been a long journey. We have literally been recapping this show since I think like May.
It was 15th, like I think it's 15th or 16th, something around there.
It was somewhere in there. So
nearly 6 months of our lives.
Right. Literally. And we ain't even done yet. We still got 3 weeks of a reunion. But with that being said, it's gonna be a fun show, I'm sorry, it wasn't a fun episode, it was a good episode. It gave me some deja vu. We're gonna talk about it, but of course, if you're watching right now, go ahead and hit that like button and subscribe to the channel. I see the numbers they're going up. I see Sass Cat in the chat. Megan is here. I saw Bryce, David, Keisha King. Oh, Keisha King, you finally caught it live. Miss John, Cheryl, everybody in the chat. Let us know where you watching from, and let's go ahead and get started. So before we get started, of course, so the Real Housewives of Beverly Hills reunion looks have leaked, and I say leaked because if you notice, Bravo themselves have not actually released these looks. Every other reunion, like Married to Medicine, any show in the last few weeks, they have actually officially posted it on the Bravo Insider page. And I just feel like it's some shady, shicey shit going on around the Beverly Hills town because there's a lot going on. And I don't know if Kathy really is really going at NBC or whatever the hell she's doing, but something is weird. If you notice, if you just watch the episode, they didn't even show the reunion trailer, and that is something that
it's coming during Watch What Happens Live.
Nah, something ain't right though. You don't think that's weird?
I mean, maybe they're trying to because they know nobody watch any of the shit. Except for when I'm on it.
They're trying to get the CGI right. They said we're trying to revamp these dresses. Let's see if we can work some magic in post-production.
If that's the case, does that mean hopefully that the dresses that did leak are not what they're actually going to wear to the reunion? Because that's where they're going.
It was a mess.
Maybe they didn't leak the outfits. Maybe they reshot the reunion with the actual theme.
They called them back. They said
we're going to talk about it in a second because I happened to pull. I had to search through all over the web to find some damn decent pictures, but I found some, so we're gonna talk about it. Just shout out again to Gabrielle.
You mean decent quality as far as what the pictures looked like, because none of them were decent.
Baby, I just pulled.
They look better than Married to Medicine. That Married to Medicine shot on that iPhone 5C. Oh, sorry, I was so angry. Married to Medicine
was yesterday. Dang.
Well, we had a good time, boy. We had a time.
I have to watch it.
All right, so we got Becky from Dallas, Neeks from Montreal. Okay, let me see
who's in Dallas.
Oh, run, child. Run.
DTX.
Ready to get plunged again.
Okay. All right. So let's get into these looks so we can get into the actual show. We got a lot to talk about, and we're gonna start with Miss Ugly Leather Pants and Miss Pig Legs.
Wait, move that comment, friend.
Huh? I'm about to. Hold on. Okay. So, what y'all think about these looks?
I think Crystal looks beautiful.
Well,
very simple.
Tell her to go first.
Well, she can go. She already going now. Go ahead.
Who go first? Oh, sorry. Were we calling in order?
We weren't. Go ahead.
Don't matter. Do it.
The privilege.
Oh my gosh.
Crystal looks beautiful. Very simple. Very gorgeous. That color is beautiful on her. Her hair looks gorgeous. She looks very beautiful. Sutton and these little peekaboo butt cheeks. I'm glad she had a good season.
Chase?
I actually like Crystal's look. It reminds me of Kyle's look from a few seasons ago at the reunion. With her neon dress and her sweat to the side. Now, here's what I'm gonna say about Sutton, right? Big Sut, right? So I appreciate anyone willing to step out of their box and try something different in fashion and give it to the people. I think that she needs to learn her proportions, her head size, her waist, her hip size, her shoulder size, her leg size, and her big ass feet size. And really,
so
really think about what she wears before she comes to the reunion. I mean, I give her A for effort, but an F for fashion, honey. Go ahead,
Okay.
Well, Crystal to me had one of the better looks just because she played it safe. There wasn't much effort. There's not much to criticize. It's very plain Jane.
Athens.
Yeah, there just wasn't. I'm not gonna even talk about Sutton, but Crystal just didn't give us. She played it safe. She went the safe route. You know, she looked nice, not stunning. She looked nice. Yeah. She had one of the better looks for that reason.
And that's because everybody else missed the mark
completely.
There's only one other I liked, and I'll tell you.
Let me ask y'all a question before I go to the next look. Do y'all think that they should be given attention?
Yes.
I don't know. Like, I mean, hell, at least they ain't got to be the same damn color. At least
I like color themes. I do.
I like, a palette. Or if it's not going to be the exact same color, give me a palette.
A color wheel.
A palette.
Color wheel. Yes. Complementary colors. This looked like an 80s fever dream.
Why do they let them? Go ahead.
Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to cut anyone off, but I find it very interesting. I'm not going to put on my Chase Luther King hat yet, but I find it very interesting, darling, that certain shows are held to a certain standard. Like, even when it comes to the way that they cared about this reunion, there's never been a reunion in history that I know of where any of the ladies could post their look the day of the reunion while filming it. And Erika did that. That never happens anywhere else. So this shows where Bravo holds them. They pretty much are like, they let them run loose, they let them run wild. Yeah. And look at it. Look what we have to show for it. A bunch of hot ass mess. They need to give them a theme. They need to treat them like they treat everyone else. Honestly.
Very true. And speaking of Erika, I'll go ahead and go to hers because this picture actually was posted on her page the day of their reunion.
Yeah. Right.
Coming out the thing.
Who is
that black woman?
Who is that?
I don't know who that is on the right because that's definitely not Rinna, but we're gonna rate her because I think she on the show.
Oh my God.
Is that Cherie?
Huh?
Is that Cherie?
Stop that.
Baby, it look like Catwoman. Danny, what's your thoughts?
Well, to be honest, Erika had the only other look that I liked, and that's it. I don't know who there's on the right, so I can't talk about it.
Huh? Okay. Does anybody know who the woman on the right is? I mean, I don't know because I was told.
Look like a brat doll.
But I know there are plenty of women that want to be a Kardashian, but
that
I think
is Jennifer Lopez.
Just found a new rendition of someone that wants to be a Kardashian, whoever it is on the right. I don't know. Larsa, not Larsa. It's Larsa.
Oh, we all know who the Kardashians want to be, honey. Let's talk. You want to talk about it?
Chase, go ahead.
We all know who the Kardashians want to be. Something that they can't be. Catch that dirt. Outside of Rinna being in blackface, I actually like the dress and the look. I don't really like, something about Erika Jayne or Erika, whatever her name is, Erika. I have never been able to give her the fashion girl label because although she's adventurous and she, has different looks, she just ain't never gave me what I needed. Like, I ain't never really got too much life from my fashions. So I don't like that. I'm gonna be honest with you. I don't like it.
So great job on her coming better than she did last season. Because it's Erika. Because it's a complete 180 from that mess from last year.
She don't look broke.
So she don't look haggard. They shellacked that face. What I will say is I think that I would have liked Erika's look. I think she looks very pretty, but it's very much like 1950s housewife like pinup. Now, I think I would have liked it a lot more if the theme was 1950s housewife. And everybody got to play off that kind of like old school Warhol kind of theme. It would have been cute, but her standing out, I was like, this is metallics and a bouffant, Bridget Bardot hairdo, and I'm not understanding when Sutton is wearing Grecian floor tile. Like, what are we going for today?
I see how you explained that. I actually get it because the theme is allegedly the Beverly Hills Hotel. When I think of the Beverly Hills Hotel, I think of
Old
that
Hollywood.
era, and Marilyn Monroe and these celebrities that were there during that time.
I agree.
I actually could get that. I just don't like it.
See, I wouldn't have known that would have been the theme. Like, to me, it looks like a Lana Del Rey like music video back when Lana wasn't with MAGA cops. So like she looks good. Rinna.
Okay. I would. Well, we'll move past. We ain't gotta talk about her. All right. So our next little duo is gonna be the lady in blue and then the lady on the right, Miss Kyle. Chase, go first.
You know what? The more I saw Kyle and her hair is different this reunion, and although harnesses are so 2000 and late, I actually don't mind it. It's not offensive. Kyle's never really been a reunion girl, but this is one of her better reunion looks. And I don't know, like, is Rinna, what's the lady name? Dorit on the left? Is she really still like trying to make us believe that she got robbed? Like, what the fuck did she show up in? Probably mislabel USA, like she showed up in some Shein bullshit. Y'all go ahead.
Yeah, someone said on Twitter that was the only piece of fabric the robbers left to read.
That makes so much sense.
Oh
No
my
wonder
God,
it's taking
that's
off her
horrible.
shoulder.
And Kyle, I don't hate or like Kyle's. Kyle's is there. I don't. If I was scanning the room for someone who looked pretty and good, my eyes wouldn't stop on her. If I was scanning the room for somebody who looked a mess, my eyes wouldn't stop on her.
Oh,
dang.
She's just there.
Okay.
I think Brooklyn Heights and Georges look amazing.
Weak. Not Brooklyn Heights.
It looks like Brooklyn Heights when she took off that dress and the afro.
It does
and
look
the
like
hand, she went bam. I think Dorit looks pretty. I don't know what she thought the theme was, but she looks pretty. The dress, she got nice legs. Good for her. It's a beautiful color. Yeah. I would have liked a different silhouette or something. She looked pretty. Kyle, it's the best that she's looked in a while. Her face and hair look really good. That bubblegummy, I don't know. There's something about the straps with the shoulder pads, with the long skin tight sleeves, and the it's a lot. It's a lot.
It looked like she on one of them challenges on RuPaul quick drag.
Bitch. They thought I was Jada Pinkett.
All right, let's move to our last little duo so we can get to the actual recap, and that is going to be. I chose this picture of Garcelle to help her because I said, you know what? I don't like the outfit, but she looked good sitting down. But what are y'all thoughts on this?
From here up, beautiful.
Who?
Absolutely
Garcelle?
gorgeous. Garcelle, yes. From here up, it's so much fabric, so much going on. Without this stuff in the middle, and if it just had some cleavage and some little décolletage, I think it would have been cute. But all of this in the middle, oh my God.
Stop saying what it should have been. Talk about what it is.
That's the only way I can talk about it. Kathy looks like a goddamn fucking senator's wife from one of the red states. Like, this is terrifying.
Kathy like a Stepford wife.
A Stepford
Kathy is going to a debutante ball with her daughter. That was she going. She escorting her.
a segregated debutante.
Let me tell you something.
She's
going to a debutante ball because the people say she went in there and dog walked Lisa Rinna ass bitch. I know that's right. Baby, you can't do no wrong with me, Kathy. It's Kathy. She can push through. Now, Miss Garcelle, it is 3 seasons in, and I have been trying. I have been attacked for saying it. Bitch, you can't dress. You need to fire rhobh. You need to fire Pooh Bear, and Lou Bear. All them bitches, they gotta go. You need to start getting with some people out there. You know what? I'm gonna take the heat for it. Stop fucking with them sisters and get with a sister and get your shit together, bitch. Because it's surely that's horrible. And
surely
with her,
yes. Or wife
her explanation, she says that she came because in the reunion in black and everything, because by the time they got to the reunion, after watching back everything that happened with her child, after the social media antics around her and her child, that's where she was with these ladies, like in a black, dark space. However, bitch, when you come show the bread to the dead, these bitches. You don't come looking like that.
She looked good at the event tonight.
We're gonna talk about
come on.
Okay. Let's go ahead and get into the let's go ahead and get into it because we got a lot to discuss. But we're gonna breeze through and also make sure we touch everything. All right, so Garcelle is hosting a Birkin and Bubbles party. Pretty much all the girls are there with the exception of a few. I believe who was it? Who couldn't make it, child? I wrote it down.
Kathy and
Diana, Dorit, and Erika, and I think and Kathy. Yes, they couldn't make it for all these different reasons. And Patrick from Kathy's house is there. We can see Patrick again. He was our good gal friend from last season. That was at Kathy's house. People grew fond of him, especially Lisa Rinna. And so upon arriving, Kyle gets there and suddenly has this Birkin bag, and I didn't quite understand the purpose of this whole thing. And I understand her obsession with Birkin bags, but my thing is, I feel like she's at a place to where she should and could have one, but she likes to act like she can't get one, and I don't really like that she does that to herself. But that's me. And so upon getting there, Kyle is seeing Rinna. This is apparently the day after the whole Kathy sit down that happened, I guess, the day before. And she sees Rinna and she says it's a bit awkward, right? And so after all of that, Kyle pulls Garcelle to the side. And it's so funny because Kyle, since she has been at odds with Erika and Dorit or even Rinna, she kind of confides into Garcelle. Like all of a sudden, you notice that she's talking to her a lot. And I really wish Garcelle would be like, girl, I don't want to hear it. But I guess who gonna listen to Kyle? Sutton could be, but it's just another punching bag. So she talks to Garcelle about Kathy and Rinna conversation that happened the day before. And the first thing I noticed is the face that Garcelle makes when Kyle tells her, she told her that she needs to get help. Garcelle was like, what? And I'm like, okay. So clearly Garcelle understands family dynamic and how things like that, how crazy that can be said to somebody in your family. And so after that, basically, I put a note that I feel like Rinna is accusing. So the thing that Erika is doing is the same thing that Garcelle was accused of doing. Remember back when they were saying how Garcelle wasn't really trying to help Erika and she kept coming and poking at her about her drinking thing. I feel like that's what Rinna is doing to Kathy. I feel like it's very hypocritical in that moment. And so after that, Garcelle, hold on a minute. So then after that, they basically talk about everything and just about the Aspen thing. And Rinna brings up again the Aspen trip. And at this time, she's talking about again, and how she hopes she gets the help that she needs. And she's just talking about more and more how shocked she is on the whole subject or whatever. And this is how she can learn from this and grow better. Now, we talked about this last week, and I'm going to say this before I pass to you guys. I personally don't see any issue in anything that they're doing to Kyle. Do I think it's wrong? No. Do I feel bad? No. Because Kyle, to me, deserves this. She needs to learn who her friends are, and I'm glad that hopefully she's learning from this. So, any thoughts on this scene with this whole thing with Kyle talking to Garcelle about Kathy? And this is the first notion we see of Garcelle kind of having thoughts on whether, like, why is Kathy apologized? Because Garcelle has kind of been in the dark about all of this. She wasn't there for the whole thing in Aspen, and she hasn't really been around. So, Jamie, starting with you, what are your thoughts?
I mean, you can count on Garcelle to be like perfectly honest because she doesn't fuck with Rinna or Erika. So I enjoyed that she didn't really mince words with that conversation with Kyle. I thought it was fucking laughable that Lisa Rinna is talking with Erika or excuse me, trying to make it seem like Kathy did this huge, humongous thing, and she's so devastated, and Kathy needs to take responsibility, and it's hopefully Kathy learns a lesson from this. When like literally every season, Rinna has gone on screaming matches with people, lunged at people, and I'm like, after 9 years, where is the growth from you? What have you learned from this? Because you just keep doing this shit. So it's laughable. It's like Tom Girardi trying to give legal advice to an up-and-coming attorney.
Okay. Chase?
I guess my thought is, now all of this is happening, and who does Kyle come running to? The black lady. This is not 1932. I am not here to console you in your white tears. Figure your shit out with your sister, bitch, and leave Garcelle alone. Go ahead, Danny.
I don't think that Kyle was looking for Garcelle to console her. I think it was very strategic that she went to Garcelle. She's going to need an ally against Erika and Rinna, and she knows Garcelle is here for taking them two down.
I think that's
all right, Danny.
I think
that is a very good point.
But it still goes in line with what Chase says. The black woman shouldn't have to save the day.
Yeah, because when she saves the day, chat, she's gonna be looked at as angry. And what did she call her earlier in the episode? She called her something.
She said, "Why are you so angry?"
An attitude.
Have an
attitude. I don't think she cares at this point with Rinna and them.
And
It's just
on Garcelle. The minute they make if they ever make amends, Kyle's gonna turn right back on Garcelle. So
absolutely, and they're gonna make amends, like as they have to do every single summer while they break for filming. We talked about it. We're in a good place. We're rebuilding.
Yeah, I just think it's quite problematic that Kyle can just sit there and let. I mean, it's not surprising, but damn, I mean, does none of this like remind you of what happened in the past? Like, it was a whole. I feel like the thing with Kim was way more serious. Obviously, it was a whole alcoholism and addiction and things like that. But this is like how you let somebody tell your sister they need help and. Like if they just like diagnose them with all these issues, and it's just like Kyle said at one point, it started with she's talking all this mess about you. So it's like, girl, at first it started as I want you to know what your sister's saying about you, but now it's just everything she's saying has just been crazy. It's weird.
But
go ahead.
Okay, I'm sorry.
Go, Danny.
I would say Kyle has to take accountability. They feel comfortable doing that because she set that precedent that allows them to feel comfortable dogging her sisters in front of her.
No, I think it's more nefarious than that. Kyle is not stupid. Kyle's been doing this show for 13 years. Kyle is the kind of person, and I've said it before, I think we've all said it. She knows how to play the game. She did this with Kim. She allowed herself to look like the victim in the Kim situation, and then had all the ladies backing her up saying, Kim is treating you like trash. You're such a good sister. Kim is the one with the problem. She's doing this with Kathy. Kathy, you said all these things about this lady. Kyle's sitting here crying, saying, I want to save my family. She's letting these women take her punches out on her sisters because she knows she can't do it. She wants to come out looking innocent. She wants to come out smelling like a rose. And she's letting these women get her revenge on her sisters for her perceived, like how horrible they're making her life and how difficult. Like Kyle is not dumb because nobody in their right mind who genuinely wants their sisters to be in a good spot with them is going to sit and let anybody dog their family out to their face time after time after time. That would have already been a conversation of this is not what we're going to do. She's not dumb.
Well, this is a season 5, and this is the wrong group. Season 5, everybody was rallied around. They really wanted Kim, and they definitely wanted Brandy out of that group. And it's not the same girls anymore.
Absolutely.
It's not that, and they're not going to go for it.
You got 3 people that actually like Kathy.
You had to say that, Chase. It's a new day.
It's a wrong group.
It's a new day. Like
this is a comment from Commit Princess that Kyle called Garcelle and Sutton mean girls, yet they're the ones who are now defending her. Yep. Well, I'm not surprised for Sutton, honestly, but honestly, I don't think Garcelle.
Well, they're more so defending Kathy.
I was gonna say I don't think Garcelle is defending Kyle. Actually, I think she's just like defending Kathy. And she sees through the bullshit, honestly. Yeah. I think she sees.
And they're all telling her, even Crystal is like, this is none of their business. You need to talk about this with Kathy. None of them have said Kathy's in the right. They've just said it really doesn't involve any of us. Talk about this with your sister and tell them to shut up.
Because you dropped the message. You said what she said. She's apologized. Now allow me to deal with this with my sister. But because Junior Big Ass Lips won't butt out of it, now it's looking like you want it to be more than what it is. Honestly, they definitely planned this. They definitely thought they had a smoking gun. And once again, they overshot their load. They went too far too fast.
Oh, my God.
Well, I mean, they did. If they would have let this play out on the show, then it would have been a little bit different. But because they jumped ahead of the show before it aired and started leaking into the press, and then all of these wild rumors take place, then we see what actually happens, like, and how it doesn't add up. Like, they look like the trash that they are.
Mm-hmm. This is very true. Because Vile is like, do that to the other people, not me. Don't do that to me, y'all. Exactly. Girl, now it's on you. So now what? I
thought we had an alliance.
Right. No, because I think I really feel like when she kind of had that little rant about Erika, in Aspen, I think that kind of divided the sand for her. And Rinna's loyalty is with Erika, clearly. Because I mean, like they alleged said last year, isn't there like supposed to be alleged some money and business that she had involved? So I'm starting to think it's true again because I've never seen Rinna be so attached to somebody because if you remember the season 4 aired, they said that Rinna and Erika were going to get into it. We didn't see that.
We didn't see none of that. We said that Rinna,
they never
the blog
fell
said
out.
Rinna brought up the pills. Erika's drugs,
right?
And the pills.
They said
that's
that
what was going on.
You can't believe everything, but that's what they said. So this season they've been like this the whole season. They have not fight each other.
And we can thank Lisa Rinna or Erika's PR person or whoever for that because they definitely have leaked everything along the way.
Absolutely.
Yeah. That guy Zach on speed dial.
I'm sorry, really quickly. Isn't Patrick? Hasn't he passed away?
No, that was the Mary's butler from Salt Lake City.
Oops,
from that event.
Oh yeah.
Oh, don't speak that on Patrick. He's trying to get him some nice young food.
Patrick, I'm sorry, baby.
He's trying to get him some young food.
Patrick, now why am I in it?
Did I have any other thoughts on this thing? Because really, after this, it's kind of this scene itself was pretty long. Then it goes to the actual charity event. Was the charity? Was it Princess Grace? Is that what it was?
Yeah.
Toothless, not homeless.
It's too many damn charity events with all these names. I can't keep up, child. It's too many. Okay. I don't never see any donations at them.
First, then they want to show the Princess Grace. Child.
I thought it was all on the same day. I was dizzy.
Right. Hey, I have been with the Princess and the Grace. I too. All right, so then we move past that. There's no really any notable scenes in this part. On the way to the party, you got Rinna and Erika all glammed up in the back of their little car, getting transported to the party, and they're talking about Kathy's in the press, talking about how she's been like trying to clean up her act and trying to get ahead of things. And realistically, I don't blame her just because they were also trying to get ahead of the story. Everybody was trying to get ahead of the story to make something shake. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Thank God this happened at the end of the season, because if I had to endure any more than 4 or 5 episodes I would have stopped the lean and been like, we'll see y'all next season. Because I would not. But that didn't happen. So they're talking about Kathy in the press, and she says that she has never seen a human being act the way that she did in her life.
She must have never watched seasons back that she was on.
Okay. And I said, girl, what? I said, what the hell that bitch live in? Okay.
Any thoughts don't watch it back. You know how some people don't watch it after they film it, but they don't watch it. Because what the fuck?
Oh, Rinna absolutely watches it. That bitch goes back and binge.
I mean, let's just talk about what we saw Rinna on top of the damn table at the baby shower.
Okay,
saying,
get out,
you motherfuckers!
Get out the dance! Right, I have never seen nobody act like that
at an Olive Garden. At a Buca de Beppo.
Let me tell you
a baby shower.
Let me tell you what. Oh, they got the right one on that show. Garcelle, with the bullshit, but Nene and Marlo.
They said, "What is going on?"
They were paying her dust. Just dust.
Yeah, I mean all of that. So, any thoughts on this part before we get into the actual charity event? No,
I'm glad Garcelle got her Birkin.
She did get her Birkin, and I'm glad because I'm tired of her talking about it. Oh, y'all see my Birkin? Look at it.
She got the money.
Girl, I had to put.
Did you make that with your t-shirt?
Birkin. What is it on the back?
Shut up, Danny.
5 6 figures.
What is it on the other side?
5 6 figures. Big Birkin bag, whole 5.
Oh, I get it.
No, we got the joke.
All right. So the charity event, Princess Grace, it's a backyard party in the back of Kyle's thing, and the first thing that happens at this party is that Kyle walks up to Crystal, and she's talking to Crystal about the information on Kathy has leaked. So at this moment, she's trying to figure out who leaked this stuff. At least it seems that way at this moment. And so she basically feels like they should respect her and move on, especially the fact that she apologized, and that they should accept the apology and move on, right? Like I said, I don't feel bad for her. This is what they do to other people, so it is what it is, right? And so we get to the actual dinner table. All the girls arrive. Everybody's there in their, I guess, charity chic outfits or whatever. It's the finale. I didn't think anybody would dress, that great or whatever. But at the dinner table, Kyle asks Garcelle if she has spoken to Kathy. And Garcelle says that, yeah, and Kathy, you know, she's upset that people are running around with what is being said. And, you know, she was just like, you know, the thing she said was, your friends don't seem to care about you, because if they did, they would let it go. And I said, boom, like, okay, let her know raw, let her know what needs to be said. And so she also says, and honestly, I know this is reality TV. To me, it was definitely a fourth wall moment, because she says it's a distraction from Erika, because we're not talking about her anymore. We're talking about Kathy. To me, that gives like, girl, now she's trying to change it around, get the storyline off her and put it on Kathy. And I was very surprised that she said that. And it wasn't how
stuck for a second.
Huh?
Kyle was stuck for a second. You could see the wheels.
Yeah, it was like, wait a minute, was she supposed to say that? But she just went along.
I was more surprised that Kyle acted like she didn't know that.
Right, I'm like, baby, it's very obvious. Yeah, it's very obvious.
I mean, we've been saying it on the show even before Garcelle said it. I mean, hell, it's clear.
Kyle could have been acting when she was acting shocked.
So what are y'all talking
this episode?
What y'all think about this part with Garcelle talking to her? Because it's like Kathy not Kathy. Kyle looked like she was gagged. I think she really was gagged. Like, oh my God, you're right.
She might have been.
I just want to say very briefly that before we get into like the serious subject, just one thing that really irked me is like, you know, Garcelle, Kyle said you don't want to wear the diamonds, and Garcelle was like, no, I'm just gonna work my green. Bitch, you might want to put on some diamonds. I look at them green lips and them green hair. Oh hell no, go put on some diamonds. Go ahead, y'all. The bitch can't dress.
Denny.
So I definitely think that the reason that, you know, Erika and Rinna also were like all up in their mouths is because they themselves found it odd that Kyle was leaning over having so much conversation with Garcelle. I mean, it was definitely funny looking. And, you know, Erika said, oh, I'm definitely the subject over there.
Is that what she said?
And then Rinna turned to the side, her lips shook and hit Erika and said, me too.
I was like, girl, I know I'm talking about you shit.
Not she sound like that.
And then producer Garcelle came in and said, let's go to the heaters.
I love it. This scene, it's hilarious that Kyle was so, like, behind the scenes and afterwards was so hurt and so shocked that Garcelle said she's been closer to Kathy in the recent months, when this scene literally showed Kyle leaning over and asking, have you spoken to my sister? Because her own sister refuses to talk to her. I'm like, bitch, this is literally what Garcelle is talking about. Kathy prefers to talk to her than you. So I'm glad that Garcelle put her producer hat back on. Garcelle said, all right, let's get this shit moving because I'm tired of talking about it. I want to acknowledge Antonio's something in the previous scene, that Lisa was hamming it up the whole thing, saying that she's going to get cancer and die if she doesn't talk about this.
Please don't talk.
That wasn't there yet. That wasn't happening.
That wasn't it?
No, that wasn't it yet.
The whole scene bleeds together because she didn't shut up about it. Okay. Yeah. I loved Garcelle in this. I loved it. This shows why Garcelle Garcelle is, y'all, everybody can say that they wish Garcelle would be more rah-rah and get like in people's faces. It's scenes like this that I love her for. She's very LVP with it. I just hope she doesn't go full on like LVP villain. But she knows what she's doing. And I love this.
And really quick, if Garcelle was going to wear that green lipstick, she was supposed to bust out and say, Miss Honey.
No, because if you go back to Moirene green was popping, baby. Do you hear me? Like,
that was some green. That was money green.
Right. Garcelle green, like she was eating on the way there.
Baby, she was just a little grass child. It was very dull.
I don't get this color. I did not understand it.
And I also want to say something about Garcelle. You know, as everyone knows, we all family here, right? I have had very sharp opinions about Garcelle throughout the season. And I have been accused, and maybe I have alluded to, or whatever, I don't know, that I needed her to be more like, you know, you ain't bucking. You did. You bucking. Da, 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 da. And again, I want to clarify that is not my stance. I feel like you should be authentic to who you are in the moment, and this is what I wanted from Garcelle. I got it tonight. She was authentic to herself in the moment, and she told Kyle what the hell was the tea. This is the tea. These girls playing you. They're playing Kathy. both of y'all look stupid, and you need to go set them hoes straight. And I'm all right.
That's basically what she said in so many ways. I agree. That's really what she said. And I think maybe they gave Kyle the extra little boost. It continues from there. And so this is what Garcelle was really producing. So she goes to the little, lights some fire, gets some heat over there and pulls all the girls over, summons all the girls. Somebody did say Garcelle is in charge of the girls. She clearly is. And she turns to Rinna and basically questioning her, asking her why did she feel she need an apology from Kathy. And basically, if she's already she said why. And then once she answered, she said, if she's already given an apology, then we should just let it go. Rinna says, who hasn't let it go? She said, you two. You ain't let it go. And so, Rinna is flabbergasted and she says, why do you have an attitude about it? In other words, why are you so angry? And also, other words, why are you being aggressive? That's what I heard. I don't know what's
why are you being so black about it?
That's exactly. I heard
because Garcelle didn't say anything. She didn't say it any kind of way.
But what she really was meaning, I guess, because she kind of went into it by saying, it's none of your business, stay out of it. And even then, she still was wrong because she's always in Erika's business, always trying to defend her about her situation as if she is the damn lawyer herself. So very hypocritical again. And so Garcelle actually turns to Rinna and tells her to her face that honestly, I think this is a distraction from Erika. Erika says, what? And so yeah, she says, at this point, Erika get to sitting up and she looking like a little confused. And she says that Kathy has her own shit too. She said Kathy has to own her shit too, making it about her and everything like that. Kyle at this moment is focused about the wedding. She's thinking about Farrah. And I'm like, girl, at this point, I'm confused. Is this all for the wedding? Because it needs to be deeper. It should be more about okay, absolutely, this is my family. It's a damn wedding. I'm sorry, that's not that valuable to me. But Rinna says that she said, well, listen, we can't stop talking about it. We can't sweep it under the rug. If we do, I would just die. And I'm just like, this is the most dramatic shit I've ever seen in my life. This is some bullshit. Rinna, people say they live for her. This is ridiculous. Come on and stop it.
I don't
even Diana.
I hope don't talk about it. Please don't.
Please, everybody stop talking about it.
Even Diana was like,
yeah, exactly. And so Rinna turns to everybody and she asks everybody, do you know what happened to Aspen? Do you know what happened to Aspen? Everybody says, nope. And Sutton says, you gave zero details. And she says, no one knows it has any details. And so with that being said, it is a damn lie. Rinna is a liar and it never happened. I don't care what comes out. It never happened. The fact that nobody has details, she's not sharing details. She was the only one there. That is a lie.
But Rinna set herself up.
I would have and said later on when they're talking about the blogs, well, if you said you didn't give nobody details, nobody else could be the ones running to the blogs.
Exactly. She didn't know that she got herself. Bitch,
she gave details. That's the thing. She gave details in the last episode.
Mm-hmm.
But I think that they were saying no, you were the only one that ever we're going by what you told us.
She liked to be the only one she liked to be the bitch holding all the cards. That's the kind of girl she is.
Because she can make up the story as she goes along.
Absolutely.
And I love the comment just said, Garcelle was like, yeah, literally Kathy texted me at 11:43. And then coincidentally, Rinna was like, well, at 11:45, I went to bed. And I'm like, oh, right. I don't see. Okay, what does that got to do with the price of tea in China?
Now, wait a minute. No, let me ask you guys a question.
Mm-hmm.
Or let me say, is it completely, am I shitty that I don't completely disagree with Erika when she says that, if it's her, it's talked about, and certain other people, it's not?
Well, no, because nobody saw Kathy. They all said, it's we didn't hear what Kathy said. We don't know what's going on. Kyle said Kathy apologized. The thing with Erika is every single time Erika's had a meltdown or cussed or screamed at folk, all 9 of them bitches have been at the table witnessing it. So of course we're going to talk about it. If the only people that witnessed it or involved have already gotten a conversation with Kathy, girl, what the fuck do we need to talk about for? We don't know what's going on.
But no, I think it deserves to be talked about, but I think it also deserves to be squashed too. And that's where I feel like Lisa Rinna is the bad guy in this scene too. What does Garcelle say? You're the bad guy in this situation or whatever. She's the bad guy because obviously it's not about something happened. I need to get it out. Kyle, she said these things, and da 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 da, and then y'all move forward. She is really needling this woman and, you know, trying to ruin her reputation. And I think that is where.
And that's the
But
thing.
Erika,
so let me say this: it's been talked about. Like no one is saying we can't talk about the Kathy thing. They're just saying like at this moment, Kyle has said she talked about, she apologized. Why are we still talking about it? I mean, obviously Kyle is bringing it up, and I mean the situations they're just so much. They're so different. Like we don't really know. It's both things are alleged, right? You know, but we know that there are victims. We don't know what the hell Kathy said, and so with that being said, we don't know, and so we don't know. I feel like when it comes to Erika, like she tries to turn it around and say like, well, they're doing me this way, but you really can't be the person that's saying there's a double standard when you are part of the double standard yourself. You are like
she's the biggest perpetrator.
She's the biggest one. You can't be the person that's trying to make that cry. It isn't working in your favor.
I was just asking because they've done this before. Like I don't know if you remember years ago, Munchausen. That wasn't on camera.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. But it was a big focal point of the season, so I do like. Okay, it deserves to talk about, but come on.
They like the person, they don't like the others. It could.
Well, no, that was on camera. Lisa Rinna is on camera saying she has Munchausen syndrome. That's what launched the whole conversation with everybody saying like, why would you accuse her? Why would you accuse her of lying about her disease? Like Lisa literally said it on camera.
The conversation was that Lisa, Kyle, and Lisa Rinna the Runway were there. And something about Munchausen came up, and Lisa Vanderpump is the one who brought it out, but Rinna carried it on screen. So that was the whole. But
again, Rinna carried it on screen. Yeah. I think it's comparing apples to avocados. Like one of them is a federal fraud investigation, and the other is a good old fashioned dragging. Like if you can't handle a read, like maybe you should get off the show.
She definitely read Kyle for fifth though. She read
Kyle down, and I wouldn't doubt if Kathy complained about everybody else. Like, girl, okay,
she let Kyle have it.
If we let Crystal have it about this whole damn dark thing, I think it's actually even worse because it's to me, it's alluding to, we don't know what was said, but you're alluding to so many different things that could have been said. Yeah, it's so many. It's just like it's. I feel like Rinna clearly. I don't think she fears Kathy, but I think that she knows that something so small as a meltdown could ruin her reputation. Could kind of sink her a little bit. But realistically, that ain't gonna happen because she got too much goddamn money. And clearly, we're seeing that that's the truth because Bravo is editing this damn show down to the T.
I'm pretty sure at the reunion it'll be addressed.
Child, it's gonna be addressed very lightly, right? Because Kathy gonna be sitting over there like, say something. My lawyer's gonna get you, girl. She gonna be over there.
They write in the back. A restraining
you literally have to sick your lawyer on a bitch like Lisa Rinna because she won't shut the fuck up.
That's true. And the thing is, if this had happened to somebody else, and somebody else had allegedly been on the receiving end of this Kathy thing, Lisa Rinna guaranteed if she was still in Kathy's good graces, Lisa Rinna would be like, we just need to let it die. Kathy owned it. She took responsibility. She would be full on team Kathy.
I think Rinna would still be driving just as hard as if she was there and experienced it. Rinna would still be using it. I don't think
Rinna is an opportunist. Rinna aligns to whoever is going to make Rinna look good. She squashed this conversation about the
whole crew. She would have definitely kept this going, regardless of if she was there or not.
I don't know. I think
I think production should edit out any if Rinna stays, if she's not put on pause, which I'm really hoping she does. They need to really edit out her storylines because to me this is like deja vu of the whole Denise thing. And this is where I get drained. Honestly, it's like okay,
I can't take another season up for y'all. I can't do it. If she shows up next season, I'm done. And y'all know when I say I'm done, I mean it.
Well, I don't know.
You can't be done because then you're not gonna be here to review with us. You can't go.
Right.
Sorry, you're gonna have to deal with it.
Y'all heard Chase say he leaving? Child, and I gotta make a shirt that say don't go.
Okay.
I hate her.
Let's get to the last part of this scene. So finishing off this little sit down, they kind of go back and forth. Kyle, and Kyle is like, you guys are punishing me, and Erika was like, your sister's punishing you. And Rinna's like, yeah, your sister punishing you. Yeah.
That was funny to me.
She was like, yeah, she is. And I'm like, oh my God, this is a mess. And so then after that, Kyle is talking to Dorit about the leaks, and Detective Sutton puts on her detective clothes and she says, all right, y'all tell me right now.
I'm not doing this.
Who leaked it to the press? Because it was given. Let's figure out who the hell is a part of the was it Snake Gate from Real Housewives of Atlanta? Yeah. And so the first person that says no was Erika. Meanwhile, we did just see her have a whole interview about
she said, I don't know how to do that. Not me. I wouldn't know how to do it.
Right. So she says no. And then Kyle reveals that she says, well, I was told that it's your publicist. And Erika leans over to the side and she says, send me what you got. send me what you got.
Cortez is telling that Erika said, I don't know how to do that. I didn't have nothing to do with that. I don't know how to do that.
Yeah. Come on. Here's the thing. With this whole thing, before I pass to you guys, she says, show me what you have. She puts on her little mustache. Show me what you have. And so, I put, you're right, Erika. It wasn't just because she said, I don't know my publicist to do that. I agree, because it was your ass. It wasn't your publicist. It was you that did it. And Rinna and Erika kind of continue to gang up on Kyle. They kind of going back and forth. Erika's talking, and then Rinna's like, yeah. And it's just very much so like a big dog and a little chihuahua. And to the point to where I put this
watching that.
Very much so. I said this scene is very irritating. And Erika again makes it about her and just basically says, like, listen, if y'all think that this is for take the heat off Kathy can't take the heat off me, baby. I'm Erika Jayne. And I was like, oh girl.
Who does she think she is?
Who does she think she is?
It was so annoying. Like, she's going back and forth thinking that, like, one, when Kyle's saying, like, y'all leaked it to the press and stuff, like, the whole conversation was about leaks, and her and Rinna changed it to lies. Y'all are lying. Like, girl, no one mentioned lies. No one's saying Kathy didn't do. We're talking about leaks, and now Erika's saying, you think it's going to take attention off from my trial? Girl, no one's talking about the trial at large. We're talking about us not talking about your shit in the group. Like, you really have this sense of grandeur. Like, please, bitch.
Erika turned the conversation into something else. She wanted to get Kyle she wanted to argue with Kyle so bad that they go back and forth, and she gets to storm out and hope that Kyle forgot about them earrings she got on, and she keep
she was going straight to the pawn shop. Straight to the pawn shop.
It was the read for me when Kyle was like, I mean, even the last event, everything leaked. Do you think somebody, and Dorit was like,
she said, yeah. Yeah.
Girl, you know that's
Bubba. Wow. Okay, can we go back though? I screamed when she forgot PK was sitting next to her. She said, whose seat is this for? That's PK. Oh shit.
That ain't her husband.
I said your husband, home.
Oh Lord.
It's for Mauricio, baby.
Mauricio.
It's for Mauricio.
Baby.
Allegedly.
But yeah, that conversation was extremely draining. Nothing was accomplished. And Cortez, I take it back. I don't even think that was a high school argument. It sounded more like middle school.
No, you know what it reminded me of? Have you guys ever watched Toy Story? Not Toy Story, but A Christmas Story. I'm sorry. Christmas Story.
I was like, what part of Toy Story?
I remember it was like the two little kids, and like one was the bully, and the little one was like, yeah, I'm going to beat you up.
Yeah.
Like, kick your butt. He's like, he's gonna kick your butt.
It definitely
so. I'm gonna say this. They just look so guilty. They look like absolutely. To me, it's like the whole little plot of whatever they were trying to, do, just kind of turned over and just slapped them in the face with a pie, like, bitch, we got y'all. And they didn't really know what to do because it was obviously the finale. They knew they had to be there and still film. They probably couldn't just leave. I mean, they could have, but it would have made them look even more guilty. But honestly, the gag for me was when they were walking out, and then Rinna was like talking to her, and she was like, "If it's not out, it's going to be out." And Kyle was like, "Well, it don't have to be out." He was in the other room. Oh, she heard her. I was like,
they didn't want to show up, but then they would have been sitting there like, "I hope I get my check. I hope I get my check."
Exactly.
Exactly. Listen, it reminded me of like when you're like leaving. like, you know, you stay home with your mom or your parent or whatever, you leave it and you talk shit to your brother. But what I know is
Very
you
much so.
I was like, go ahead, God.
Not just that, they look guilty to me because at the beginning of the conversation, they were way too calm. It was like,
yeah,
they didn't expect anybody to come address them about that. They were way too calm. They like dear.
Kyle to push it as hard as she did.
Yes, and
she didn't. I agree. She didn't.
As their wheels started spinning in their brains about how they can address it, that's when they got aggressive.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna call
there was
the
one
aggressive
moment,
ones.
Danny. It was one moment when Erika was like, "Whatever, I don't know how to do it," and then something, and then Kyle was like, "Well, you know, actually, I said it was your PR," and both of them were like, "Shit." Well, shit.
What I love is that Garcelle, like with all the deflecting, Garcelle sat there. This is how I love it. She sat there through all that deflecting. She says, I think it's really funny how instead of asking, well, hold on, do you think someone in your camp could have, your immediate response is, nope, never happened. Like, why wouldn't you ask a question?
Erika jumped in and Garcelle said, I'm not talking to you. I'm asking her.
Yeah. She didn't even turn around. She did. No.
She said,
no.
I don't need that.
Green lipstick Garcelle she meant business tonight.
Not green lipstick Garcelle.
Even Garcelle,
she should wear more
Sutton was upset. Like Garcelle and Sutton, they were pissed because Sutton was like, "Did you do it?" I thought she went on with him first. I was like, "Oh." She was
going to hold the light up. Tell us the truth now.
Baby, it was a lot of investigation and detectives in that moment. I wish they would have gotten somewhere, but they didn't. I guess we'll get down to it at the reunion because I mean, allegedly, you know, things. I can see where the division is now. I feel like Kyle is no longer going to be friends with Rinna and Erika. Dorit is still in the middle. I think she really wants to be over there with Rinna and Erika, but she can't because
she has to be able to.
She gotta be. I can't. So it's gonna be very interesting for the dynamic and the reunion itself. I'm excited for it, but to end out this episode, they kind of give the little ending, little credit moments. Dorit and her robbery and trauma. I forgot all about that. I look like she got over it to me. I don't know. Crystal and her eating disorder. I guess she's getting help. She got a dog. Diana. Did she? You know, somebody said she failed or something.
She was walking.
Well, and then
did they do Diana?
They did. Diana's a flop.
Oh yeah, she had a miscarriage in May.
She had the miscarriage in May. She did.
I'm sorry to hear that.
Wasn't.
You didn't see
another one after the other baby?
It did say something. I did see miscarriage.
Or was that the miscarriage she was talking about earlier?
No, she's had another one. I was assuming this year.
Apart from bleeding from Garcelle's party, she had another one.
Sudden was dating.
That's because they say Asher thing.
Allegedly.
I don't know.
That's
sudden dating. Garcelle in her book, her memoir. Erika and the damn earrings. Lisa in regards to Lois and Kyle has not.
Go back to Erika real quick.
Okay, go back.
Because Bravo edited that in her favor where they say Erika got some good news where a judge ruled that she did not have knowledge about the dealings. That's not what the judge ruled. The judge ruled to dismiss that case and they were moving it to another state. Am I wrong at that? Was that
I guess maybe they didn't want to do all that because I feel like she was trying to sue. They probably had to keep it cute.
Or was that the one that got dismissed because the judge ruled on something that the defense didn't bring up and they were going to refile it with that? Okay. But I was like, I saw that. I was like, now, Bravo, you know that ain't that ain't what happened.
Well, you know they got to keep it cute because I feel like she would definitely try to sue them if she could.
She ain't got no money. I'm sure these lawyers are like, well, how much credit do you want us to extend?
Yeah, it's folks out there that's probably dying out there. She got there to be like, oh my God, I work for you, Jayne, for free.
Not Jerica.
Why is she trying to get those
Garcelle? You said what?
Garcelle.
Why is she trying to get the earrings?
I'm not doing that tonight.
Garcelle
tonight. No, ma'am.
Garcelle. Bill Bridge, Garcelle.
Baby, they need to go and wash them earrings, clean them, sterilize. They probably smell like earring backs.
Oh, God.
And then Kyle hasn't seen or spoken to Kathy.
Only who has spoken to Kathy?
But I heard that they're actually good. I heard that they're good now. I heard they're actually like, okay. That's what I read. And
probably because she dragged Lisa at the reunion.
We're gonna see. I mean, the reunion airs next week. It's just that we don't. I mean, I guess you can watch us happen live to see the trailer. But I hope, and these are my predictions. I really hope that Kathy comes through in her debutante little outfit.
I have a good feeling she will.
Oh, absolutely.
Okay.
Kathy can get nasty. We know Kathy is a
Did
nasty.
you see her last week? She was like, "Now, Lisa."
Now, Lisa.
You can be now, Lisa. Now you can also be unkind.
Not nasty. She said unkind.
I said yes, unkind. Everybody on this panel is unkind. Sometimes
unkind.
Not me, girl.
Right.
I'm nice.
Daddy, you want me to release the text?
Please. Okay, y'all. I'm about to put the link in the chat to get started our call-ins. If you're watching right now, I see 220 people or 219 right now. Make sure you hit that like button. When I finish this video, I should see at least 220 likes.
Thank y'all.
You know, I just
like
or more.
That if anything of the lean ever gets released to the blogs, it's Jamie. He's always the one threatening us, saying he's going to release the footages.
Yeah, that tracks.
It's Jamie.
Yeah. Well, you know, if you release some footages on me, I'm gonna release a can of whoop ass. So you better leave me.
I'm gonna put my saying that for a year and a half, and I ain't seen it yet.
Ooh, he said, "Don't talk about it. Be about it."
Well, we can't talk to you no more.
Danny, I'm not talking to you, Danny. I'm talking to her.
You ain't talking to me, bitch.
But we can't talk to you in the chat no more. So I mean, you know.
But you still find a way to text me.
I do.
Oh,
I do.
Wow.
What y'all got going on?
Sometimes.
What y'all texting about?
Some of the stuff I say y'all in the chat, he don't see it, so I sent it to him too.
Y'all, we need to really come together to really get
it's a sisterhood.
Jamie back on iPhone because I'm tired of it.
It'll happen next year when the iPhone releases something worth switching over to.
Wow.
If I was the moderator right now, what I should do with it off.
Oh my goodness! All right, I'm letting the queue build up or whatever. But yeah, overall,
How many people is it?
I don't because I gotta leave it a little bit.
It ain't a whole lot. I mean, I'm trying to give him a chance because you know how this is. But it's not the last episode.
We know you'll just hang up, Jamie, if you gotta go.
That's a lie.
Oh, that one thing about Jamie, he was skedaddle, won't he?
The narrative y'all paint.
And while y'all watching, make sure y'all
emphasis on y'all paint.
Can I finish my announcement? Dang. Okay. Make sure that y'all watch our other shows as well. Salt Lake City started last week. It's on Thursdays. We had a good time last week. They had Red, Jen Shaw's Tiny House Down. Mondays, Potomac back. Potomac airs Sunday. We're back on Mondays in the same slot as Atlanta was, 8:30 Eastern Standard Time. And Meriton Medicine on Tuesdays. They're coming close to the end of the season, but it's been a really great season. So make sure you check out our other shows. And with that being said, after y'all like this video, I ain't gonna hold y'all. Our first caller today is going to be Kyra. What's going on, Kyra?
Oh, I'm first. Okay. Hi, everyone.
First.
Yes.
No, I didn't know. I thought it came in a little bit late. I feel like personally, this finale was slightly lackluster. I feel like I give it a 7, maybe a 6 or a 7, somewhere between that. I think Garcelle was not going up for Kyle. I think Garcelle was going up for Kathy. Mm-hmm. So that's my stance on that. I believe Kyle was in on this. It's just they went too far when they started to leak things that are saying that she said something racist and homophobic. And as we talked before, I don't put past Kathy Hilton, but it's so strange that Rinna is saying, oh, she will tear down NBC, Universal, and Bravo, but then at the same time they'll protect her. But then at the same time they're letting Rinna run amok. And so to me, I feel like it's very strange because if I was Rinna, I would be saying she said the F word, the N word, or like the racist word and the homophobic slur every other sentence to where they would not be able to cut it out. Mm-hmm. So it's just very strange how the story has changed and grown so much. And Chase, I will rebuttal your other counterpoint when it came to Erika, because the thing about it is they talk about it in the group. When have we ever seen an argument amongst the girls be leaked to the press?
Oh, no. So maybe I wasn't clear. I was saying, is it fair to talk about it? But everything else, I don't agree with anything they did. I only think the only thing that I thought was fair was for it to be brought up in conversation.
Okay, yeah. No, I think it's fair to be brought up in conversation, but it's so strange that Erika and Rinna don't do themselves any favors when they're seeming to egg it on being in the public press, when technically this is supposed to be a show argument. So we're supposed to be watching it unfold on the show and resolve at the reunion. it's very
for the show.
Yeah, it's very strange how it has, like, the story that was in the blogs versus the story that it is now seems to be completely different.
Mm-hmm.
And Kyle, this is about the wedding. Kyle wants that Hilton clan to be at Farrah's wedding.
Mm-hmm.
That's what it's all about. That's why she's freaking out so bad.
When she said that, Kyra, I said, "Oh, that's what this is about." It
Screen
comes out.
time.
But you never know. If told her mama, "Don't you mess this up for me. I want all my family there too." She could be on Kyle's ass too.
I can kind of get that because Farrah was a bridesmaid in Nikki's wedding, and that was the wedding that none of the other children were allowed to go to, and Kyle got disinvited to, and then got invited to last minute. So obviously Farrah is close with like Nikki and them. Like they keep saying the cousins are close, but obviously we see that through this show, Kyle has crossed another boundary with her family to the point where all Paris is on the internet dogging out her aunt.
Yep.
And the fact that Teddy Mel, the Nat, is on her podcast dogging out Kathy and trying to dictate Paris's behavior still leaves me siding Kyle, because I'm just like, if this is supposed to be your BFF, the woman who modeled her face after you, why is she talking on your niece? I'm just saying, why is she talking on your niece? And as everyone keeps saying, she has allowed them to be far too comfortable talking about and playing with her family because she wants them to play with her family. Because as we always remember, as I said, Cal has always been the little sister who wants to be the star who isn't. And she's only been able to get where she is in life because of who her sisters are and who her nieces and nephews are. And since she's got on this show, she's been able to make a name that's solely about herself and allow people to be in her circle to prop her up and also allow them to tear her friends down. I enjoyed Garcelle and Sutton. I cackled when Sutton said, "I'm just gonna say it. Who told the press?"
With her little leg. With her little leg.
Wait, did y'all catch that Crystal mentioned her little legs?
Yes. Crystal. Not too much.
Crystal really shouldn't be talking about nothing being
little. I
want
to say something about food.
Baby, if she did, it would be very dark. No,
so dark. And it would ruin her and her reputation.
Just like she did Michael Jackson's.
Oh my God. And the last thing is, I guess, I think the main people who do this is Rinna and Dorit, the language that they use when Garcelle is trying to have a civil discourse with them. The fact that Garcelle like talks with her face as well, but she really wasn't saying, her face wasn't saying a lot when she was actively talking to Rinna. And the fact she quickly said, "Why do you have an attitude about it?" And her neck is rolling. And this is the same kind of behavior she had at the charity event. And I feel like Dorit is the only one who does that with Garcelle, but it falls flat even more because the fact is Dorit's always picking a fight with Garcelle over something extra stupid. But I think Rinna also did not play this right because I saw on Twitter people talking about, why is she saying Garcelle has an attitude? And then also the fact that she was a part of the story about Kathy saying something racist. The fact that not everyone's going through her past and bringing up everything and making video collages and all kinds of stuff. She didn't play this right.
Yeah, Harry wearing a Nazi shirt.
The Star Jones situation, the TMZ Hawaiian guy situation. Like, she did not play this right.
Why do the blacks like to fight on TV? She got some skeletons. She got some. Yes. She got some interviews.
Bugs in a cocktail dress, pulling off people's wigs,
breaking glass.
So those are my thoughts. I enjoyed you guys. I'm looking forward to reunion. I hope it lives up to what we're expecting. I kind of feel like it doesn't, and I also feel like it might be 4 parts, and it really should not.
No, I think it's only 3.
No, it's 3 because I was told that the last one is like the November I had
no, it's October.
It's the last one, Aaron.
I mean, it's October already.
Oh, okay. Well, listen.
Not trying to do math on the spot.
Hopefully, it's 3. I don't know. Thank you for calling. Okay, Kyra.
Yeah.
All right. Next caller is going to be. We're gonna bring on Miss Lisa real quick. What's going on, Lisa?
Hey, darling. Hey, my TV star, Chase. But you better have your glasses on, baby. Okay, you're a TV star now. Okay, baby. You better have your cameras on. Okay. Yes, honey. But let me go ahead and get started. I'm gonna tell you something. This ain't nothing to remind me of what they did to Lisa Vanderpump. Okay. Number one, Cal, you got Elka messed up. Elka is not Lisa Vanderpump, okay? Elka was standing there in her ground and gonna stand her ground all the way down, okay? You got her messed up, okay? And you know Lisa Vanderpump might have ran from that situation, but baby, Elka gonna stand and let you know, baby, I didn't do this. And I don't, and to tell you the truth, I don't believe Elka or Renner did it. I believe some producer did it because you remember when the dog gate stuff came up, it was they saying it was Lisa Vanderpump who went to the tabloid. It was Lisa Vanderpump went to the tabloid. It's trying to be Lisa Vanderpump didn't go no tabloid. It was a producer who did it. So that's what I'm talking about. This all this one man, all that right there. And child, I'm over it. I'm over it. I'm tell you something. If you read that book, my boy, Muse, make it make sense. He reading that book Hilton. Baby, if you read that book what he said the other night, baby doll, I'm telling you, Kathy said all that stuff, honey. I believe she did do it like Winner said she did, and I believe it was somebody at that club, because see somebody at the club probably told it too. Told it to the tabloid. Don't tell me them folks don't sell stories. Them people sell stories just like everybody else do. They just send how their phones out because they at work. You know what I'm saying? I believe somebody at the club told it. It's a lot of people that told that stuff in there because, like they said, there was other people in the club. If there was other people in the club, and they probably told the tabloids too, told them what happened. So it'll go back and forth. And another thing I did, like Echo said, babe, dog, Kathy ain't got none on me, hon. This stuff ain't the that little stuff about what Kathy did ain't gonna never take off me. It's all about me. Girl, I could have died. I said, Echo, honey, come on now. Come on, it ain't not about you. But I like when Elka stand her ground though, like, nah, your sister ain't got nothing on me right now, baby. Okay. I got trials and stuff coming at me left and right, and baby, she ain't got nothing on me. Okay, so get out the way. So, but that's the only thing. I give this episode a 5. Tell you the
Oh
truth.
damn!
hmm I
Why
give
so
it a
low?
5. Like I said, y'all listen to Mills when he read that book. He read the book. He started reading the book the other night about the Hiltons, honey. And the way they talking about they did what's the Paris? They leave her with anybody, the watcher and stuff, Captain Richie, supposedly, allegedly, they supposed to left over anybody. You read that book, I believe they telling the truth about Kathy. I really do. I believe Kathy is a nasty person, and that's why her and Cal and Kim don't get along so much. I
Okay.
really do. So
You
that's
know,
all I got to say,
Okay.
baby
Well,
doll,
thank you
tonight.
for calling in.
Lisa,
Okay,
I
Lisa.
will see you next Monday. Next Monday, when you talking about, cause you know our girl coming back, Cortez. I want to see my girl Candace, honey. I want
Oh
to see my girl.
yes, for Tommy. It's gonna be fun. I can't wait.
Bye,
I
Lisa.
can't, baby. I can't
Bye,
never and have a
Lisa.
popcorn and a drink on. So I see
Okay.
y'all next to see movie
All right,
star,
Lisa.
baby.
Bye
TV
bye.
star, baby.
All right, that was Lisa. You know, Lisa always has a different opinion,
you
which
came
which
to
is
her
which is
today
why
when you get on the right side.
And it's
you know
like
what?
this.
Listen, and that's fine because we welcome it. I don't think everybody should be on the same page.
Because
Our
see,
very
it's
own
like this.
Jasmine,
Bitch.
huh?
Someone said,
Hmm?
Can
"What,
we move to
Jason?"
the next caller? Okay,
Yeah.
our next caller is going to be M. Wait, what's gonna be M? Hold up, M. Okay, what's going on, M?
Hi everyone.
How you
Hey.
doing?
Oh my gosh. I enjoy when Fancy Jew comes back. Every time she comes back, it makes me laugh so much. Like she came in there and she put on little detective glasses and she was like, this seems suspicious. We're all together. Next thing you know, the tabloids have this information. And I was there, Garcelle was there, and it looked like it's either me and Garcelle said something or you guys said something. I love that she got them. I love that Garcelle, I feel like Sutton and Garcelle, the way they've been playing I mean, Garcelle's been playing it. Garcelle's been like waiting for her moment. She plays nice until she knows she can get them, and that's when she gets them. You know what I mean? And so, like a lot, you've been seeing. Like I feel like this season, we've seen something we've never seen from her before. We've actually seen her like taking notes, waiting for her time. You know, making sure like she can like get you really well. She like lets people like hang themselves. You know what I mean? Like I just enjoy it. And I do think Lisa is playing I think Lisa has been playing this game too long, but a problem with her is she's like an old dog with like no new tricks. She just keeps playing the same game over and over again. And I think the difference between Kathy and Lisa Rinna and Denise is like Lisa Rinna laughed because let's be honest, she may have been a little bit part of that the dog gate stuff. I think some of it is true. I think because Lisa in the past has been proven to go to the tabloids to do this, and I think she knew that they got her. Denise left. I think Denise more left like I don't need this kind of a situation, and so she just left because Denise has young girls and she does have a new marriage, and I think she did it. She kind of did the math in her head, and she said, this check is not as great for me to like blow up my life, At the time, her daughters were like still in high school, and high school kids are mean.
Yeah.
So she really had to do that investment, and they were really trashing her marriage. Let's be honest. When they were seeing that cheating scandal, that was about her marriage. And we want to pretend that it wasn't, it was. And I do think anything that could hurt such a new marriage, if they were married like 20 years, 10 years, she would be like, let's go. But it's been like a year. They've been together, 5 years? I think that's such a new relationship. You have to protect it.
Well, if you remember, there was a lot of talk because her and Charlie were in the middle of custody battles.
Yes.
And there was an argument. There was an argument that Kyle tried to get her to talk about when they were in Paris or wherever they went. When she did Bravo, Bravo, fucking Bravo, Kyle kept trying to get her to admit she wasn't at work when we all knew she was at a court hearing with Charlie.
Yeah.
So a lot of what was being done on the show, she was scared that Charlie was going to use that in that custody battle. So it was understandable why she was like, we've already established boundaries, y'all. Like, please help me out.
She had too much to lose. I don't think Kathy has as much to lose. I think like they basically accused Kathy. I don't know how you can accuse Kathy in one breath of like being racist, but then she said lovely things about Garcelle the whole time. You know what I mean? It's just one of those things that like made no sense to me. I'm pretty sure like if they say like Kathy, if there's ever a tape that comes out where Kathy's racist, it is what it is. Kathy's an older woman. Like I'm not going to be surprised, but I just think like for their evidence of saying Kathy, like, because it's very clear that Erika and Rinna are literally putting this stuff on the blogs and on, tabloids and TMZ. It's clearly them. And that's why they ran away. That's why they didn't stay and fight.
I agree. And the only thing I'm going to say different is, a racist normally says nice things about a black person.
I agree. I 1,000% agree. That's why I'm saying if in the future that comes out, like I'm like, it is what it is, right? But like at the point I'm saying Lisa and them, where they're coming out, where it's like, one breath, Garcelle was a hero, and in the tabloid she's a racist, and I'm just like, that's why I'm like, come on, at least be like, you had it right there. Nobody could have, if she said Garcelle was this N-word and this and that, like, other than her and Kathy, nobody else was there. She could have lied about the racism. You know what I mean?
I think she lied about everything.
I think she lied about everything.
I think Kathy just had a crazy rich lady moment in a club where she was like, hey, listen, I want this music played. I want to play now. I want you guys, because Kathy is so wealthy and she's so used to people catering to her. I don't think these ladies catered to her enough, and she threw. That's why she went off on all of them and said they're boring and stupid, and I hate all of them, and they should be fired.
Well, what she said about the what she said about Dorit, let's be very clear that was true. I was saying that was true. But Em, I gotta let you go. Okay, I got one last caller. I know we can't.
Bye, guys.
Thank you for calling. Okay, Em. All right, our last caller for tonight, because we know we got to get out here and lean out, baby. I think, is this male? It says me with an exclamation point. Is this male? Or am I wrong?
It's me.
Oh, it's just me. Okay, hey, me. What's up, me?
This is Antonio.
Oh God.
Oh my God.
It's you.
Like,
it's you.
Who the hell is
you.
It's Larsa.
What's up, man?
What's going on, Antonio? This is Antonio, y'all. For those that watch,
you know what I'm saying?
The very own Lee Antonio. Yeah. What's going on, Antonio?
So look, y'all did a great job tonight, Danny. I see you got your motherfucking arms out over there. Yes. Jamie, your motherfucking turtleneck. Okay. Well, look. First things first.
Excuse me, Antonio.
Chase, you know I motherfucking see you.
What about me?
Go ahead. Go ahead, Antonio.
Sutton is on Watch What Happens Live, and the hoe is on there. She pulled the fuck up. She looked good. I don't know, but she looked good.
How her legs look? How her legs look?
Legs still look like legs. Because she got on something short and her legs is out. Tonight's episode I thought was really good. I enjoyed the finale from start to finish. Like I enjoy watching the housewives be housewives. So I enjoy watching them hoes at a private Birkin party. Right. At a private Birkin party, dropping 13 and 24 and 40,000 or whatever on your Birkin bag. That's the type. I like the drama and all that, but I also like to see that shit. Do some shit that I can't do. I can argue with motherfuckers all day, but I want to see go and drop thousands on one accessory or one article of clothing. I love that. There were a few comments about, Kyle wanted the Hilton name attached to the wedding. Let's be honest. Like, yeah, the Hiltons, they named Carrie Wade, but Kyle got some heavy hitter friends still in her arsenal because the Jenner Kardashian last name ring bells as well. If we're talking about her trying to have people there that's going to, ring bells and get her daughter's wedding more coverage. I don't think she needed them for that. I really do think the kids are very close. And she didn't want to mess it up because I know even with me and my family, if my mama and your mama motherfucking arguing, then bitch, me and you argue.
You know what, Antonio? I was thinking just now as you said this, I agree with you that their names being there might not ring no bells, but I feel like Kathy not being there would take away from them talking about Just Farrah's wedding. The focus would be everywhere Kathy didn't show up.
Yeah,
Kathy
that makes sense.
Yeah, but you know what? I think the damage is already done.
Mm-hmm.
Personally, I mean, I don't know because Paris and Paris already feels away, and Paris holds power within that family. Even though her mother is her mother, I feel like if Paris say, "Mom, we're not going," they're not going, and that's gonna be that on that. That's it.
Yep.
And one last thing. Initially, I've been saying, I know we've all said that, we want, we say it all the time. We want certain people gone. I really have, after tonight, changed my motherfucking mind. I want Rinna to come back, and I hope that she does. Dorit can go. I want Rinna to return because I feel like there's now an additional story that can carry into next season. Pack up the motherfucking bags and the cameras and get over there to motherfucking Beverly Hills and start shooting. Now we got Kyle versus Rinna. Like, I want to see some new shit because it's now like if Rinna leaves, I don't want to talk about Erika no more. We know she might be or was married to a possible thief or something like that. Diana can still go. Dorit can go. Even bring Crystal and her beige ass back. And by beige, I don't mean the color of her skin. I mean like beige, she being
personality.
Yeah.
She bland. She ain't bland when the hip hop music come on. She be like, yo. You
said Chris be like, my man. Yeah. So I overall enjoyed the season. Now I'm glad that Garcelle and them got their coin. She made enough money where she could take one check from one episode and buy her a Birkin bag.
You're so ugly.
I'm so glad she got if I heard anything else about a Birkin, it's if he act like she just don't have any resources, any damn money. Like she could have been had a goddamn.
That's not fair because at the party she said, "Where I'm from, I can't justify."
Yeah. I get what
she don't live there no more.
Don't do that.
Don't do that, love.
Baby, she is in Beverly Hills. I'm sure her family probably look at her like the same thing she do on the damn show is probably too much for where she
comes from.
She's smart. She said, "I got kids that I got to send to college."
I'm glad
while the rest of these girls claiming bankruptcy, she's good.
She went
I don't think
in first of all.
$132,000
Yellow.
bag
I
will
want
send
you
her
to
back.
start with the basic colors: black, brown.
She got a yellow one.
Great. That hoe got a yellow one. Go ahead.
That
then.
means you're
It's
gonna get
pretty.
another
I
one.
love it.
They were just
That
supposed to
yellow one looks good with
I'm
her
out the gate
lipstick.
like
She-
this.
She got
Everybody
It was
congratulate
the cheapest
Green
one.
Lipstick Garcelle and her Birkin. Green Lipstick Garcelle.
And she's going to get a raise next year for carrying
Oh,
this season, and
she
she can get a second
better
one.
Go ahead
She's
and
gonna get a
negotiate
raise.
for the upcoming-
Garcelle got money. She signed
Her
the
and
overall
Sutton
deal
going to
with
be
NBC.
center peaches.
She got money.
Yeah.
She
And
does. Exactly.
She's
She
a
needs
little
to stop.
scared
She needs to
to
stop
spend it.
acting
I
like
know
she's
how I
doing
feel
everything.
sometimes when I want to buy my little $200 coins. I'd be like, I got $500 in the account, but I don't want to spend $200 on it.
Oh, some of y'all got lazy style.
I really
Like, I
believe
agree.
her.
Not Antonio had to drop his net worth.
Yeah, so no, we
Net
gotta get
worth.
ready to lean out, okay? We gotta lean out.
All right.
I
Oh,
just want to
shit.
say, I
Thank
agree
you for
with
calling
Antonio.
Antonio. I can find Antonio Monday. Well, he's on Potomac. And actually, Antonio will be working. Antonio will be on Salt Lake City. Antonio on Potomac and Married to Medicine. So
Highest
check
paid.
him out. All
Keep
those
that in
shows.
motherfucking mind. Highest
Highest
paid.
paid. Yes,
You
say
aren't
that.
highest paid. You got one paycheck for multiple episodes.
They did
So
it like
it's
they did
consistently
Candy.
it breaks down
That's how
very
they do
low.
Candy.
All
Breaks
right, we
down
gotta
very
get you
low.
out. All right,
No,
we
but
let
I
him
just
go.
want to say I really agree really quickly about how like just this episode brought back Housewives for me, like opulence, having a private birthday
True.
party. And in Atlanta, we see them have a private Fendi party, and we can go to Fendi and take the shit back like Sheree did. So that's not like aspirational.
Well, hell up, everybody. I ain't been to Fendi, so I'm just saying.
You can go to Fendi right now. Cortez, cut the bullshit. Cortez got money, y'all. Cortez will go to Fendi and take it back if he wanted to. That's all I'm saying.
And he does.
Yeah, he want to try.
Everybody knows he takes things back to Neiman's.
Oh, well, on that note,
That's
on that note, we're going to get ready to lean out. It was a really great show. Obviously, this is not the end of the season because we have a 3-part reunion to talk about. So we'll be here for the next 3 weeks talking about that. It's been an amazing show and season. Jamie, Chase, and Danny, thank you. It's at the end. We got 3 more to go again. Shout out to our callers today. Antonio, our very own Lisa called in, and Kyra called in, and all of the callers who usually call in. I saw Nisha in the chat. And yeah, there is if you all didn't know, the 3-year anniversary of the lean is coming up in a month. And so there are some surprises and stuff that we're going to be doing. So get ready for that. We're going to get together, obviously, and plan it. But once it's ready to know, check on the page. You'll find out. I did want to lean out on this comment that Isabel wrote, but I can't find it. Basically, Isabel came in here 55 minutes late. Talking about, oh my God, I missed the show. Can you start over? I said,
no. Go to her last comment.
Go to her last comment. She said, "Damn, Cortez, send me a mug."
Isabel is disrespectful, but I love Isabel. We talk on Instagram all the time. With that being said, we're going to lean out. Thank y'all for watching tonight. Like the video, subscribe, and we'll see y'all next, okay? Good night, y'all.
Bye.
No, I don't think